Welcome back to our Hogwarts Legacy playthrough. If you watched our last one, we learned Crucio with Sebastian here. And he just called us back to the Undercroft, so let's see what he learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learnt. Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Wow.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous.
I was gonna say,
we
that's
were just
it?
about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
He's upset.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
All right. Well, hoping for a little more to that, but whatever. Oh, looks like we'll probably have 4 trials then.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, Is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself.
Yeah, he sucks.
You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Alright, cool. I wonder if something significant is going to happen with this. This is super cool.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A Polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
I should get him fired. Just run around smacking people on the bottom until there's enough complaints, and then boom, Professor Black is out of there.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the... You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I... Well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
No,
How embarrassing.
unenviable task.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
What could the headmaster want?
Well, it's a ways. I'm just gonna. Oh, it's not that far actually.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you.
Headmaster? Here, what could he want?
What's ominous? What's up, ominous?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
I love how I'm just
Something is
harassing
very wrong with
students.
Professor Black. Dittany and Pubertuber pus. Moustache paste.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
do it.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
We're confused why I'm just dead
It's
sprint.
not about anything I've been doing.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. I mean, yes, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is your...
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
He's just destroying the knight next
I
to him.
have you here. I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Ooh. That's awesome.
He is happy with Scrope's performance as his house.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Attend! The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Don't mind me, don't mind me. Which way? This way.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Revelio.
What is this room?
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance
Incendio.
I must help. Meet me outside.
Revelio.
Oh, that's cool. Well, this room even existed. You can see down into the great hall. I don't even need a gym here at Hogwarts. There are so many stairs.
Revelio.
This fat boy. Troll armor. This unusual suit of armor was crafted for a troll. That it has survived at all is astonishing, since trolls do not ordinarily wear armor and would understandably be prone to smashing it in confusion or anger. Bat troll too.
Revelio.
Look at all these trophies. Goblet of Fire casket. The Goblet of Fire rests within this ancient jewel-encrusted chest. The goblet has served as a means of selecting champions for the Triwizard Tournament since the contest's establishment in the late 13th century. Very cool. Trophy room. This room contains the House Cup, Quidditch trophies, dueling trophies, and other awards given at the school. Students who step out of line can be found polishing the silver here by hand as a reminder of the value of hard work. Hogwarts Herbology Award. In recognition of exemplary skill in the field of herbology, Hogwarts bestows the special award upon the 7th year Hufflepuff, Mirabelle Garlick. It's our girl, Professor Garlick. Like Professor Garthick. From mandrakes to mistletoe and bubbo-tubers to bouncing bulbs, her work with flora has exceeded all expectations. Well, that's cool. Big trophy. Gear slots are full. Let's see what this is real quick. It's a house elf armor. House of Armor. This set of armor for a house elf is rumored to have been made by a cruel wizard who wanted his elf to protect him in battle. Happily, the wizard was too dense to realize that armor could in fact be considered clothing. The moment the elf donned it, he disapparated right out of it, never to be seen again. That's funny.
Revelio.
There's a lot up here. Centaur armor? This unique set of armor was created as a misguided peace offering to a centaur leader. The gift was spurned and the messenger shot through the leg with an arrow. The armor itself battered with hoof marks and was later recovered and refurbished. That's pretty funny. What other bizarre armors are up here? Is that it?
Revelio.
I think that might be it. Feels like it's all we got. Okay. Jeez. What is with the hell that?
Revelio.
Level 3? You don't see many level 3 logs. I wonder what's in there. Not much. Level 2.
Revelio.
What are you? Just keep. Well, whatever we're doing, it ain't working.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
Oops.
Revelio.
Headmaster's office gargoyle. The staircase that leads to the headmaster's office is guarded by an enchanted gargoyle that will let only those who know the password enter. Though anyone choosing to visit the current occupant of the office is difficult to fathom. That's pretty funny. Now, I wonder who would have provided that information on the field guide.
I wonder if all the elite
Someone
wizarding
wrote it.
families have a motto.
Sleeping portraits. Not all headmasters and headmistresses enjoy reliving the day-to-day challenges of running a school of witchcraft and wizardry. Some prefer to enjoy a well-earned nap when possible. Checks out.
Revelio.
What is Dumbledore's? It's like sherbet lemon or something like that. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. One more. Oh yeah. Jeez, so many of these. The Sorting Hat. This enchanted hat was created by the 4 founders of Hogwarts as the means by which students would be placed into one of the 4 school houses. Skilled at legilimency. What the? I've never seen that word before. Legilimency, the Sorting Hat can see into the wearer's head, allowing it to determine their thoughts and abilities. Well, that's interesting.
Revelio.
I'm sure there's... Oh.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Headmaster's kind of a dumb boy. I'll help myself to the headmaster's team. What else we got in here? Hair tonic, mustache wax, Bundaman pomade, comb, pearl-handled, back scratcher, gold-handled, doxyside. Paid in very small part. Reminder to be billed to ministry.
Revelio.
Kind of a scumbag. Dang it. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything down here. There should not be clouds in here. Oops.
Lumos.
Dang it. Okay.
Revelio.
Ooh. Take all his tea.
That must be the pedestal.
Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Ooh, an apple. You never know how hard these trials are. Anyway. He was a Slytherin. Of course he is. Those darn Slytherins. And rough.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
And there he is. That. Don't mind me, don't mind me, don't mind me.
They're gone for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
Oh. Oh, no. Can you guys go somewhere else?
I need to time this just right.
How? That way. That's how. Okay. Oh, oh. Oh, gosh.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Don't mind me, don't mind me. I'm in the water.
Death.
Leave me alone, Death.
How could this happen?
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Hello.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Like this? This is... Ooh. It's a lot of baddies.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past.
Well, that sucks. Death. Thank you. You two, turn around. Just do a little 180 there, bud. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going. Moving. What the heck do I do to dodge this guy? I don't think I can do anything.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you.
How?
I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
Yep. I'm on it.
It's closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Come on. How the heck am I supposed to... Oh. No, leave me alone. Of course I'm so slow. Hey, you're good. You don't
Now's
know
my
me.
chance.
You don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see me at all. I shouldn't have made it on that one, not gonna lie. We all know
That's
it.
the way forward.
We're gonna have to fight someone. Ah, one of the Deathly Hallows.
I think I'm invisible.
You are invisible, dumb boy. Now Death has no idea where. I wonder if this will make it easier to sneak. I am kind of confused as to where I'm supposed to be going. Let's see. Let's test it.
They can't see me at all.
Nice.
I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Oh, I'm gonna get all the Deathly Hallows. That means I'm gonna die
Feel
at
the
the end of
wand you
this.
see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I only want. Alright, time to crack some skulls here.
I've never felt such power.
Ain't that good. Oh, I see. Maybe. Hey, chicken. Just was spam.
Defender, Descender, Depulsor, Bombarder, Depulsor, Descender, Defender, Bombarder, Depulsor, Defender, Depulsor, Descender, Descender, Depulsor, Stupid one. Defender, Bombarder, Bombarder, Descender, Bombarder, Stupid one. Defender, Bombarder, Defender, Descender, Bombarder, Depulsor, Defender, Depulsor.
Is that everyone? Cool, cool. so maybe. All right, Death. What's next? I got the Elder one. I got the invisibility cloak. I feel like I have no other option but to die and then use the resurrection stone.
Simple stone. This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Sweet Neve.
Let us always honor her memory.
We won't be the same without her.
What a dead people here. Death's just having the time of his life. Simmer down there, Death. Who are you?
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Okay. Let's go.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Well, thanks for the help, lady.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands.
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Uh-oh. They might have to fight each other. Although, she did take her pain away. So that was kind of nice. I'm kind of glad that one was different, because the first two trials were in a room like this one, and it was just like puzzles and puzzles and puzzles, so the variety was much welcomed.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
Just snorting those painful emotions.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
All because I didn't say I was
we have
disturbed.
no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more,
she
said
stole
that she
her
found a way
emotions.
to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Anything else from you, Fig? Man, Fig's got a heck of a nose on him. Look at that thing. Alright, well, hopefully the dialogue option I chose didn't just screw me.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Interesting. Alright, well, I said nothing. Alright, so we'll check out those new quests in our next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.